I'm Andrew Vincent with Ether Automation, and in this video, we're going to continue on with our Zoho Creator ERP system for manufacturers. Now, in the past couple of videos, we've created work orders, we've synced sales orders, purchase orders, shipments, products, we've created the architecture, we've styled it. In this video, we're going to make a function that updates the inventory levels for a product based on all the data that is in the system for available inventory, allocated inventory, as well as the inventory that's available in certain bins. So when you receive a product, it goes into a bin, the bin location, you pull product out of that and use it, and this will update all of that for one product, right? So this standalone function that we're going to get into in a second is going to be used or plugged in with other triggers later on in the series. We're just making this, and then we're just going to plug it in whenever a product needs to be updated, that kind of thing. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so let's start by creating a new function, a new standalone function. And this new function will be called update product inventory. Namespace will be default. Return type will be void. But the argument is going to be the product ID, because I'm not entirely sure everywhere we're going to use this. Sometimes it may be when a new product is created, or could be on a cron. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. But we just want to have it so that we can update a specific product's inventory level based on all the historical shipments sent, shipments received, bin locations, etc., etc. This standalone function is going to be used in a bunch of places. So that's why I'm making it a standalone function. It's going to be used in quite a bit of automation. So let's start with the architecture here. We're going to start by getting the item. Obviously, we want to do something with that product. Then we're going to get the purchased received, as in when we've taken in product, or this particular product, for this line item. Then we want to search for shipments with this item, as in how many of these items have we actually used. And then we're going to calculate the total inventory for this item, right? And the total inventory is the starting balance plus the PO, the purchase received quantity plus minus the how much we've shipped. However, this doesn't take into account the work orders when we use products for a work order. So we're also going to want to look for something like search for work order pick lists where item is used. And we're going to go work order pick lists dot quantity, right? Because if we use up components, then that's the total inventory we have. So after that, we want to get all the sales orders where a shipment does not exist, with that product where a shipment does not exist. And the allocated inventory is the number of products that haven't been shipped yet. However, again, this is not entirely accurate because it's the number of items that have been shipped, but also it's the number of components. So it would be the work order pick list quantity as well. Sales order dot shipment equals null. And then the available inventory is going to be the total inventory minus the allocated inventory. And then finally, we want to update the product record. And that will get us most of our use cases here, right? This will tell us exactly how many inventory is on hand. However, it won't tell us the inventory in each bin that we have. So next, we want to search for bins or bin locations where the product exists. And then for each bin, we want to calculate the total inventory, like the max inventory it should be, which would be the amount based on the purchase received line items dot quantity. So it would actually be purchase received line item dot quantity, and then after that we want to calculate inventory out. And we're going to call this inventory in. Then we want to calculate the inventory out, which is based on work order pick lists, assuming it's the bin location that we're using, if the work order is related to a sales order that is shipped. And then with those two numbers, we're going to calculate the total, which is the inventory in, this number up here, minus the inventory out. And then finally, we're going to update the bin location. And that's basically the entire function. I hope you liked the video. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to click save, and let's start by getting the item. So then now we have the product, we want to look for purchased received line items. So if I go to the refer fields, so purchased received line items, and then we want to look for shipments where the line items there. So shipment. So now that we have the received lines, we can get the amount received. So amount received equals received lines dot quantity received dot sum. In fact, we're going to make this a little bit easier. So this is the received total. Then we want to get the shipment quantity, which is a little bit different. So shipped amount equals 0. And then we're going to go for each record in shipments dot line items. If line item dot products, then we're going to go shipped amount equals shipped amount plus the line item dot quantity shipped. And this will give us the total shipped amount. So then total inventory would equal the product dot starting balance plus the total received minus the shipped amount. And so if I go grab a product, so this will be able to tell me how much we currently have or should have physical quantity. There we go. We have 1 in this case because it is so light salmon, we have available inventory. Currently it's just set at 103. And then if I go to the shipments, I believe there may be a shipment for it. There's no shipments, but in shipments received, there we go. So we've received 1 of these products, which is why this code is saying 1. Now, if I actually had it starting balance is 103, then if I were to rerun this, it says 104 because we've received 1 and we started with 103. So this is our total inventory. So then we want to get all the sales order line items for this product where a shipment does not exist. And this is why we have this as its own module, because we have a product and then there's a shipment. So we're going to say sales order lines equals sales order line items, where products equals this product up here. And we want it so that the shipments is null. And then we want to sum the quantity. So then we want to search for work order pick list where the line is used. So work order pick lists equals work order pick list, where products equals this product ID. Okay, so here's the allocated inventory. This got a little weird, so this is gonna be a much faster section of the video. Like I just blasted through it. Basically what we're doing is we're looking for work orders where this product is on the pick list. And then for each of those work orders that have been found, we iterate through all of them to check to see if there's a related shipment. And if there is a related shipment, we don't continue it because it's already been shipped and we've already caught it up here in the shipments, right? But if it hasn't been shipped, that means it's currently allocated. And so then we add the amount on that work order pick list to the work order count. And then we add the work order count and the sales order lines. And this is how money is allocated. So when I executed this, it said that there were 2. That means there's either a sales order. Let's actually check. So this is the product light salmon. Light salmon, there is 1 and here's 2. So because we don't have any shipments, it just calculated these two. So there's 2 that is currently allocated. So now that we have the allocated inventory, we want to update the available inventory. So this is the available inventory. This is the allocated inventory. So we're gonna have both of these updated. Products dot available inventory equals the total inventory, which is right here, and the product dot allocated inventory is this number right here. Save. So anytime we run this function for this product, the available inventory and allocated inventory will be updated. Now this is great. However, we have these bins, right? And this bin location, the amount used in a bin is dependent on the work orders related to it. So we're going to start out by searching for bin location. So now that we have the bin locations, we're going to do a for each loop for each, we'll say, element in bin location. So now we want to calculate the total inventory in. To do this, we're looking at the purchase received line item, blah, 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 blah. Let me explain what this means. So when we receive a product, we have a bin location here. So I'm going to assign this one to this one here. So we've assigned the bin location, meaning when we receive a product, this amount goes into this bin location. So we're going to look for this. Purchase received equals purchase received line items, where the bin location equals this bin location, and the product is this product ID. So this will give us all the purchase received for this bin location and this product. So then I'm going to sum the quantity received. And this will give us the total inventory in for this product. Great. So now we want the total inventory out for this product. And this is going to be a little more complicated. So we want to look at the work order pick lists. Let's try and type this out. So work order pick lists, where this bin location, right? Because on the work order pick list, we assign a bin location, where the bin location equals this bin location, and where it's the product. Now, that's great, but we only want to calculate this out if the related work order is shipped. If there's a shipment for the sales order related to the work order, right? Because if it's already been shipped, we catch it up here in the shipments. So this will give us the pick list lines, but it won't give us the work order or the sales order. So then this will give us all the work orders for these pick lists. So then from there, we're now going to be able to search for the sales orders, not the sales order, we're going to look for the shipment. Okay, so after some testing, basically how this works is we look for the work order pick lists that use this bin location and this product, and then assuming it's not empty, as in we have it in some work order, we look for all the work orders that have this pick list, have an item on one of these pick lists, and then for each of those work orders, we check to see if there is a shipment related to the sales order. And if there isn't, then we increase the quantity used in that pick list for that item for that bin location. And then based on all that, this is the amount that is out, right? And so we're going to update the bin location. We're going to calculate the total, which is equal the inventory in minus the inventory out. And then we want to actually update the bin location. Now, if you remember the bin location, let me go to a bin location. The bin location is based on subform items. So that's what we're actually going to want to use here. We want to go through a for each. and save. So now when I run this, I don't know if it's actually going to update that bin location. Let's check. There you go. This one is now 0. The other one is now 1. Because that's actually how many we would have based on the data in the system. This function would then be used at various stages of your ERP, such as when certain records are created or new products are created, or maybe once a week or once a day, to keep the inventory levels accurate. We can run it for any number of products, and it will keep all the products' inventory balances and bin location balances up to date. I hope you found this video helpful. I will see you in the next video.